Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Battle Through the Heavens 2. Rebirth of Emperor Yang Part 8 based on novel. So let's start. Return to the source, the watershed between the real peak and the strong, and the realm for which everyone resides, is only for the rise and the peak. Next, Xiao Yan also reads some explanations about Kung Fu fighting skills. As Xiao Yan expected, even the Kung Fu fighting skills in Yuanwu mainland are much stronger than those in Duki mainland. Based on the dark yellow of heaven and earth, the martial arts and fighting skill levels in Yuanwu mainland also have human level, spirit level, meaning level, holy level and holy level taboos. Each level is divided into 3 levels: primary level, intermediate level and advanced level. Although there are 5 kinds, there are only 4 kinds, because the Holy Order taboos cannot be practiced casually. Of course, the 4 words, Holy Order taboo, are not spoken casually because the word taboo alone is enough for people to worry about. The forbidden skill of the Holy Order can make the cultivation speed of monks faster than that of the Holy Order. As long as the Holy Order skill is cultivated to the peak, when cultivating, it can invisibly turn heaven and earth into its own use, incarnate heaven and earth, and help cultivate with the power of heaven and earth. When cultivating, it can get twice the result with half the effort. The Holy Order taboo skill is stronger. The Holy Order skill has some characteristics. The Holy Order taboo is not only fully possessed, but also has more powerful ability than the Holy Order skill. After the Holy Order taboo skill is cultivated to a great extent, the skill will automatically operate in the monk's body. It will help the monk cultivate at any time, and can also help the injured monk heal quickly with the help of heaven and earth energy. The effect is so strong that the ability to turn against the sky naturally makes many monks move, but they always think about it in their hearts. Because the taboo method of the sacred order still has the most fatal defect, that is, it will ever fount the essence of life in the monks. Finally, the Buddhist priest will die of this reason and lose his life. There won't be so many young and powerful friars who died young in Yuanwu. These people blindly pursue the enjoyment brought by strength. Finally, they rise because of this skill, decline because of this skill, and return to the dust. Even if these people die, they will be despised by the world, because anyone who practices this skill will be called a demon monk, because some Holy Order taboo skills are too cruel and overbearing and are excluded by the world. People call those who have practiced taboo skills as demon monks. However, this is only the view of people in foreign countries. In the middle region, as long as you have strength, who will pay attention to the skills you practice? Strength is the real theme in the mainland. Under the holy level skill is the meaning level. The meaning level skill, as its name is, combines the mind with the source chi to practice. When practicing, it releases the power of its own soul, integrates with the source chi of heaven and earth, drives the energy of heaven and earth, and forms an energy storm. When refining the source chi of heaven and earth, it is like refining the whole heaven and earth, which is very shocking. The spirit level skill is practiced with the help of the spirit pulse of the earth, absorbs the chi of the earth, and uses the chi of the earth to lead the energy of heaven and earth. It is powerful and powerful. After cultivation, the breath is solid and powerful. If the earth cultivator practices, he will not only get twice the result with half the effort, but also have a certain chance to attract the power of the earth and understand the mystery of heaven and earth. Human level skill, when practicing, the whole person is the skill. The skill is that everyone is the skill, which leads the energy of heaven and earth for their own use. Moreover, this kind of skill does not need too much understanding. It will be directly integrated with people, and the cultivation speed is very fast. Xiao Yan was excited by the benefits of these practices, but unfortunately, his burning inflammation never thought of that time. He didn't know what year and month it was. Tut, these skills are not vulgar, just some auxiliary abilities are several times stronger than some heaven-level skills. Tut, Xiao Yan couldn't help sighing when he thought of the mysterious abilities of those skills. After the skill, it is fighting skill. Since Xiao Yang saw the move Xianming soul-eating palm adapted by the Yang Devil Old Ghost, Xiao Yang has had a strong interest in the skill of fighting in the source martial mainland. In addition, Gu Yuzai told Xiao Yang that his move of Buddha Anger reincarnation is a human-level fighting skill. Xiao Yang is more interested in it, so he is also very serious. The explanation of fighting skills in the book is roughly the same as the skill. Human-level fighting skills. After the fighting skills are displayed, a human form virtual shadow will appear. Of course, the more proficient the fighting skills are, the more solid the virtual shadow will be and the greater the power will be. The virtual shadow formed is the creator of the fighting skills, because the creator is the person who knows the fighting skills best. It should be more like a fish in water and can be used freely. The spirit-level fighting skill, after it is displayed, will attract the chi of the earth as the help and drive the energy of heaven and earth to be used, so as to expand the fighting skill. The longer it is displayed, the more energy of heaven and earth will be absorbed, and the greater its power will be. The so-called meaning-level fighting skill is the power of the soul, and the meaning-level fighting skill is the combination of the power of the soul and the source chi. The two complement each other. The source chi mainly attacks the body, and the power of the soul bombards the soul directly to the source, causing great damage. Its power can destroy both human form and God, which can be called terror. For example, the mysterious soul-devouring palm played by the Yang Devil and the Old Ghost was the Italian-level fighting skill. Even Yuanqing was shocked and lost his mind at that time, so that Xiao Yan didn't know what level fighting skill it was. However, from the situation of Yuanqing at that time, even they couldn't get the Italian-level fighting skill casually. Xiao Yang's eyes are shining when he sees here. That's a rare treasure. If he can grab it from the Old Devil, tut-tut, it can be regarded as a bottom card. Once the Holy Order fighting skill is used, heaven and earth will tremble, mountains and rivers will fall apart, and all things will be afraid. When it is used, heaven and earth will be integrated with it. Once the Holy Order fighting skill is used, no one can escape. Its power can be called burning the sky and boiling the sea, destroying all things and destroying heaven and earth. The world says, once the Holy Order is used, heaven and earth will disappear. This makes Xiao Yang smack his mouth. It's just a fighting skill. It can frighten the world. I really don't know how powerful this Holy Order taboo fighting skill should be. Last, Holy Order taboo fighting skills. This page is independent, unlike the other pages, which are connected together. The opening is 6 bright red characters, which I extremely solemnly emphasized once, making Xiao Yang's face solemn in an instant. The forbidden fighting skill of Holy Order is better than that of Holy Order. It has the real ability to destroy the sky and the earth. If it is played by a super strong person, even the strong person of the same level will still be killed instantly, and there is no possibility of survival. Even if he meets a super strong person of a higher level, he can still kill him, and the worst thing is to be seriously injured and dying. These words were written without hesitation. They were completely resolute. Xiao Yang took a breath and his pupils shrank fiercely until it took a long time to slow down. If the super strong are mentioned above, the worst must be at the source level. It's really unexpected that a fighting skill can have such a great power. This fighting skill can destroy the sky and destroy the earth if it is used by Yuanzhong. What if it is used by Yuanzhuan? Even so, what will happen to the more powerful source saint? Xiao Yang couldn't imagine. He had to find an inn after reading it. A moment later, Xiao Yang stood in front of an inn called Wanfu building, smiled and went in. As soon as he entered the door, he looked at the overcrowded first floor, smiled again and went up to the second floor. On the second floor, Xiao Yang saw a table near the window and walked over. As soon as Xiao Yang sat down, a waiter ran up to Xiao Yang with a smile and asked, "Sir, I don't know what you want." Xiao Yang ordered a few small dishes, sat down and waited quietly, but not long after Xiao Yang sat down, 2 people came up at the stairs on the second floor. This is a young man and woman. The man's face is handsome and his black hair is scattered at will. He looks really a beautiful man, but a trace of softness and cunning between his eyebrows destroys his outstanding spirit. He is dressed in green clothes. Jen's golden silk was entrenched and twisted between his sleeves, forming a golden python. Coupled with the inadvertent gentle shaking of the man in green, it seemed that the golden python was alive and exuded a strange golden aura, which made people feel very strange. The man in green also held a jasper fan in his hand. The whole green jade fan was wrapped with gold border, and the silk and gold thread were interspersed in it, let the whole jasper fan emit a cyan golden light, which is very beautiful. The woman is dressed in snow white, with beautiful cheeks, purple hair waist high, gold and silver all over. She looks very delicate and spoiled. At a glance, she gives people a feeling of wanting to protect it from the bottom of her heart, but the charming color revealed from her face makes people feel a little tasteless, but this does not affect the views of people in the inn. As soon as they went to the second floor, almost everyone except Xiao Yan looked at them with starry eyes. Their eyes were full of envy and worship. They ignored them at all. Their faces were full of arrogance. They looked with their nostrils facing the sky. They didn't look at the front and went straight to the guest table where Xiao Yan was. When they came to the guest table, the shadowy man's slightly closed eyes suddenly opened, slightly frowned and glared at the indifference in front of him. Xiao Yan, who was eating, also showed an unhappy look on the face of the young and beautiful woman. The man received the jasper fan in his hand, hugged his chest with both hands, and glared at Xiao Yan with horizontal eyebrows. Where did you come from? Don't you know that this table is for young master and sister Rong? Get out of here, or you won't blame my young master's men for being merciful. Then, with a wave of the jasper fan in his hand, he opened it again and made bursts of rattling sound, which made people feel very upset. However, as soon as the sound came out, everyone in the inn changed his face. I saw a withered old man in black robe behind the young man. Xiao Yang is indifferent to what the young man said and continues to eat the dishes on the plate. This is not to say that Xiao Yang is kind to him. It is entirely because Xiao Yang knows a lot of new things today and is happy in his heart. Therefore, it is not like fighting with this man. In Xiao Yang's eyes, there is a mole and, even the old man in black behind him is just a two-star dozo. What do you care about? The man didn't think so. When he saw that Xiao Yang was like this, he was even more upset. The look on his face was also very ugly. With a gloomy look on his face and a wave of jasper fan in his hand, he saw the old man in black move suddenly and rush towards Xiao Yang with a sneer. I can't blame you for your death today. It's not good for you to provoke anyone. You have to provoke my young master. Now that you have provoked my young master to anger, use your blood to eliminate my young master's anger. The man in green smiled coldly and said to the old man in black who was rushing towards Xiao Yang. Old Mo, remember not to dirty the table, otherwise the young master and little sister can't have a good meal. The old man in black nodded slightly and punched Xiao Yang's head. Bang! A dull sound of fists and palms hitting each other sounded. The thin fist of the old man in black was blocked by a white palm. The fist stopped on the side of Xiao Yang's head and couldn't enter any inch. The old man in black changed his face and Xiao Yang pushed his palm. The seemingly light push knocked the old man in black against the pillar of the inn. Although he didn't spit blood, but the old man in black's face was more dignified. Looking at Xiao Yang, it was like looking at a devil. He was very frightened. In the inn, the old man in black looked at Xiao Yang who was still eating with a frightened face. There were drops of cold sweat rising from his forehead. He kept thinking about the power of Xiao Yang's attack to guess Xiao Yang's strength. After a few breaths, the old man in black also guessed Xiao Yang's strength, so he thought in his heart. Look at the power of this man's attack just now. His strength should be between the 7 stars and the 8 stars sect. He is so powerful and gifted that he must be supported by extremely powerful forces behind him. It seems that this man is absolutely invincible. We must make friends with him as much as possible, otherwise if we provoke a force that we can't touch, our Wu family will be finished. Alas! The young master has made a big mistake this time. When we get back, we must let the master take good care of us. Suddenly, the old man in black rushed forward and rushed between the man in green and the girl. Before they reacted, they grasped their wrists tightly with both hands. When they moved, they wanted to rush out of the inn, while Xiao Yang did not move. It seemed that they were allowed to leave, but when the three were about to enter the stairway, a light smile suddenly sounded on the second floor of the inn. Xiao Yang, who was still eating small dishes, stood up, attached his hands behind him, looked at the three with a smile, and then said softly, "You three have just arrived. Why are you in a hurry to leave? Since I have finished the small dishes on my plate, how about inviting you three to have some big dishes? Xiao Yan spoke in a light tone, as if he was really inviting the three old men in black, but the old man in black was surprised when he heard this. When the small dish was finished, wasn't it the three of them? The action at the feet of the old man in black suddenly accelerated and wanted to leave the inn before Xiao Yan started. As soon as the old man in black moved, he immediately stopped. His eyes turned to Xiao Yan in horror. At the moment he was about to go down, the old man in black was frightened to find that he couldn't move, while Xiao Yan came towards the three step by step. In contrast, the old man in black is obviously much better than the two people around him. The man in green and the girl around him are stunned by Xiao Yan's soul. For the old man in black, Xiao Yan just decides where he is. The old man in black seems to know what Xiao Yan wants to do, so the power of soul in his mind surges out madly. They bombarded the center of their eyebrows. A man and a woman were finally awakened under the desperate situation of the old man in black. At the moment of being awakened, the old man in black threw his arm out of the window and said to the man in green, "Young master, go back to the family quickly and tell the owner about this place. You should tell the owner that the power behind this person is strong. You can only make friends with him with all your strength and can't be an enemy. Otherwise, the family will lead to great disaster." Remember, the old man in black had a tragic feeling in his last words, which made Xiao Yan feel speechless for a while. He provoked others and felt that he was a hero. At this moment, the whole people on the second floor of the inn suddenly woke up. This man is looking for his own death. It is clear that he is a peerless genius. When he is young, his strength has reached the level of Dozone. Then he will be a peerless strong man in the future. Maybe one day he will become a legend. Such a figure, the Wu family not only go out to climb the relationship, but also want to kill him. The Wu family is really stupid. Some people sigh when they think that such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity has been abandoned by them. However, some people also sneer. The Wu family has been arrogant and domineering in the past 10 years. Now someone can finally treat them. The man in blue suddenly contracted his pupils when he heard the speech, forced his body to turn in the air, hugged the frightened girl, fell to the ground smoothly, and then flew towards the family. Xiao Yan didn't even look at the escaped man and woman. He calmly looked at the old man in black opposite. The old man in black looked at Xiao Yan and quickly smiled at Xiao Yan with a face that was more ugly than crying. He smiled and said to Xiao Yan, "It's really wrong for me to shoot you just now. In fact, it's just a misunderstanding. My young master is used to sitting in your position, so this is. But I've asked him to go home and call the patriarch. The patriarch will come to apologize to you in person. I hope you won't be angry." Xiao Yan sneered at his speech and said, "Are you from the Wu family? A Liu family helped me. I heard him say that the Wu family in Qingyang City is arrogant, domineering and ruthless. I don't want to see it today." Ha ha. Xiao Yan looked at the old man in black with a cold face, which made him feel very uncomfortable. However, the old man in black had an idea and said to Xiao Yan with a smile, "Ha ha, it's you. It's really a family that doesn't know a family. The person who helped you is Liu Xiong. Ha ha, to tell you the truth, that boy is my grandson. If I had known this relationship, there wouldn't be so many misunderstandings." Xiao Yan's eyebrows were slightly raised when he heard the speech. Everyone in the inn also had a slight twitch. This old fellow has too thick skin. He just pretended to be a member of the Liu family. If he was found, it would be really over. The old man in black knows it, but how can he take it back as soon as he speaks? Besides, if he doesn't say it at the moment, if Liu Xiong asks him to deal with the Wu family after helping him, even if the Wu family is strong, he will not be the opponent of others. Now he can only delay first. It's really not good. The big deal is to wait for the owner to kill him here. As long as we solve all the people who know the news, even if the Wu family really killed the younger generation of some great power, what can we do? When he thought about this, the smile on the old man in black's face was even brighter, but it seemed to Xiao Yan that it was incomparable. How could Xiao Yang not know the old man in black's idea? But Xiao Yang turned his head and looked out of the window of the inn, showing an unexpected color on his face. Xiao Yang looked at the old man in black and didn't do it. He just smiled. The old man in black seemed to understand something, and no longer said what he was from the Liu family. He stood in place with Xiao Yang and waited quietly. A moment later, a powerful and domineering middle-aged man came from the window and appeared next to the old man in black. When the old man in black explained the relationship between Xiao Yang and the Liu family, the owner of the Wu family changed his face, sent a message to the old man in black, and then walked towards Xiao Yang with a smile. However, when they came to Xiao Yang, they suddenly shot at Xiao Yang, want to kill Xiao Yang here in one fell swoop. Seeing this, Xiao Yang felt a little uneasy in the hearts of the old man in black. The strength in his hands became more fierce and roared towards Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang stood quietly in place, his hands attached to his back, and there was no action, but when the two people's bombardment was about to fall on Xiao Yang, he only heard a roar. The two masters of the Wu family rushed forward and stopped fiercely. In front of them, a slightly tired figure came and resisted their attack. In an instant, the figure staggered back 3 steps, while the two masters of the Wu family only stepped back slightly. They stared at each other, and then there was a sneer. Looking at Xiao Yang, his eyes were even colder, but Xiao Yang ignored them but looked at the middle-aged man in front of him. The man seemed to feel something and turned around. A gentle smile appeared on his pale face. Xiao Yang glanced slightly, smiled and nodded in response. The lord of the Wu family looked at the two people and ignored them. His anger was even worse. He drank violently, and the fighting spirit in his body ran rapidly. The light in his hand flashed, and a long sword appeared in his hand. A sword stabbed the man who was facing him with his back. The man did not dodge, but turned and punched him. Heaven and earth sword. Shanshan fist. At the same time, they roared violently and hit each other with swords and fists. They took a step back. As soon as the Wu family leader shook his body, he took off all his terrible strength. However, the middle-aged man had a surge of qi and blood in his body, and a touch of flushing appeared on his pale face. Ha ha! Liu Huabai, you're still not good. With your strength now, I advise you to leave quickly. Don't try to keep this son by force. If you leave, I promise I won't move your Liu family within 5 years. Otherwise, I can let you go today, but wait until tomorrow. No wonder I'm serious. So, you think it's the family, yes, or is it important to be an outsider who has nothing to do with you? The owner of the Wu family said with a sneer. The eyes he looked at the owner of the Liu family were full of ridicule. At the moment of hearing the speech, the owner of the Liu family frowned and showed a tangled color on his slightly flushed face. According to the feeling, he and Xiao Yang really didn't, and even they just met at the moment, but Xiao Yang was kind to him. Although it was indirect, it helped him a lot. But what about his family? What about his family? After thinking about it, the leader of the Liu family finally decided to keep Xiao Yang. After all, as long as he kept Xiao Yang, it means that the Liu family has made friends with him. With Xiao Yang's qualification, he will be valued by some big forces. As long as the family can last until that time, let alone the Wu family in this small Qingyang city, which is 10 times stronger than him, I'm afraid he will also give his family some thin noodles. As soon as he thought of this, the original hesitant look of the Liu family master immediately became firm. Standing in front of Xiao Yang, he blocked the Wu family master who wanted to attack Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang also showed a look of appreciation in his eyes. He nodded slightly and continued to look at it. The Wu family leader looked at the Liu family leader with a firm face. Their faces suddenly became gloomy. Their palms slowly clenched into fists and looked like they were about to hand, which made the Liu family leader's face become dignified in an instant. But the next moment, the owner of the Wu family burst out laughing. Okay. 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 Okay, you Liu Huabai. Okay, you Liu family. Just wait for the anger of my Wu family. I wanted to give you a little more breathing time, but since you Liu family don't want it, no wonder I'm old man. Wash my neck tonight and wait to be bombarded by my Wu family tomorrow. The Wu family leader roared angrily. As soon as the voice fell, the Wu family leaders left the inn and went to their family to prepare for the war the next day. Liu Huabai didn't turn to look at Xiao Yan until he saw that the two masters of the Wu family disappeared into his field of vision. Seeing Xiao Yan's indifferent face, Liu Huabai's eyes coagulated slightly, and then opened his mouth to ask Xiao Yan, "Do you have any plans? If not, I'd like to invite you to stay in my humble house for one night to avoid the old ghost of the Wu family from attacking you in the middle of the night. I wonder if you can agree to my proposal." Xiao Yan looked at Liu Huabai, smiled, nodded and said, "Then I'll disturb you." Liu Huabai quickly waved his hand and denied it. He walked out of the inn with Xiao Yan with a smile. As soon as he left the inn, Xiao Yan saw Liu Xiong who had helped him lead the way. Looking at Liu Xiong's respectful look, Xiao Yan frowned slightly. After talking with him for a long time, Liu Xiong returned to the way he was leading Xiao Yan. He talked and laughed with Xiao Yan and ignored the Liu family owners. He was so helpless that he had to follow them all the way and watch Xiao Yan and Liu Xiong go to the Liu family residence together. Qingyang City, Liu's residence. There are more than a dozen people in a hall. On the Nanmu chair in the center of the hall, a pale and slightly weak figure is sitting on it. Liu Huabai looks at Xiao Yang sitting below and asks with a smile, "I don't know where Taoist friend Xiao Yang lives." Xiao Yang heard that he knew that the other party wanted to understand the value of his bet. Otherwise, how could he explain to the family? You should know that Liu Huabai took his family as a bet to keep Xiao Yang. But if he failed in the end, the price would not be affordable. Even if he compensated the whole family, he might not be able to make up for his fault. Xiao Yang didn't answer immediately, but first glanced at all the people in the hall. Most of them were some elders and outstanding descendants of the Liu family. They also heard about the upcoming war between the two families, which was caused by an outsider named Xiao Yang, and they could probably guess the reason why the clan leader kept Xiao Yang in danger of the whole family. Therefore, there was a look of expectation on their faces. Xiao Yang glanced at them once, and then smiled back to Liu Huabai. "It's just a casual repair in the next year. Only because I met some opportunities, I have today's strength. There is no exact place to live." As soon as these words came out, the people in the hall immediately became agitated. The reason why they could wait here quietly was not for Xiao Yang's affirmation of the forces behind them. But now, the boy has nothing at all. He has always been pretending. Even Liu Huabai's face changed slightly when he heard the speech, but it stabilized the next moment, because he saw the faint confident smile on the corner of Xiao Yang's mouth. This kind of calm and confident smile in the face of danger was not the first time he had seen it. Moreover, Liu Huabai always felt that there was something he couldn't see in this smile, which was the real reason why he couldn't see clearly and dared to bet on his family. It was this kind of smile when he faced the Wu family leader in the inn before, but he was still so calm at the moment. He was not pretending. This son is by no means an ordinary person. Thinking of this, Liu Huabai was very calm. He slapped the table made of good nanmu with his broad palm. A loud noise spread throughout the hall. The noisy hall suddenly became silent. Everyone glared at Xiao Yan, but he didn't dare to make a sound. Liu Huabai looked at the silent people, and a momentum from the superior rose, so that everyone below was shocked by their spirit, and their eyes involuntarily focused on Liu Huabai. Liu Huabai looked at the people who looked at him, gave a deep look at Xiao Yang sitting below, and finally said, "Although Taoist friend Xiao Yang is alone, he is very kind to me. Now the Wu family is bent on annexing my Liu family, and Taoist friend Xiao Yang is also an enemy of the Wu family. How can my Liu family sit idly by? What's more, even if the Wu family really doesn't move my Liu family within 5 years, can my Liu family really enhance their strength to compete with the Wu family within 5 years? So, old man, I decided to join hands with Taoist friend Xiao Yang to fight with the Wu family. If I win, my Liu family will survive in this Qingyang city. If I lose, I also want the Wu family to be seriously injured and can't stand in this Qingyang city. I don't know if my Liu family man can dare to fight with me and the Wu family, destroy his Wu family and revive the glory of my Liu family." Liu Huabai said that later. he became more and more excited, and even roared. As soon as his impassioned words were uttered, all the people in the whole hall shouted in unison. War! 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 This also made Xiao Yang sigh and nod. When Liu Huabai saw Xiao Yang nodding there, Liu Huabai's eyes coagulated slightly. This attitude towards things was like an old man praising his younger generation, which surprised him. It was difficult to say that Xiao Yang was an old monster who had lived for hundreds of years. There are always some old masters in the world who like to use some secret methods to change themselves back to their young appearance. In this way, dressing up as pigs and eating tigers in the crowd has attracted both anger and helplessness. Now Liu Huabai suddenly thinks of this. Liu Huabai is more and more excited about his various behaviors before uniting with Xiao Yang. If Xiao Yang is really an elder who dressed up as pigs and eating tigers, with his family's efforts to keep Xiao Yang, he can definitely have a good impression on his Liu family. At that time, it will be the rise of his Liu family. Bang! Suddenly, a sound of breaking the door sounded, and 5 old men in white clothes and grey hair walked into the hall. Suddenly, all the people in the hall asked to come out. The 5 people walked up to Liu Huabai. A faint light shone in the eyes of the old man, looking at Liu Huabai and saying, "Master, I don't think so. As long as the Wu family can let my Liu family recuperate for 5 years, the strength of the master may not be improved. What's more, the master is now recovering strongly. 5 years later, my Liu family will still be able to stand in Qingyang City, but now the master wants to gamble with the family for a young generation he doesn't know at all. Master, you're really a big gamble." The people in the hall also turned pale when they heard the speech. They looked at Liu Huabai with a heavy color of doubt in their eyes. The old man also narrowed his eyes slightly and looked at Liu Huabai with sharp eyes. However, Liu Huabai ignored them when he heard the speech, but looked down at the plain Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang smiled when he saw Liu Huabai looking at himself, then he got up and looked at the 5 old men and said faintly, "Master Liu, are these 5 elders of your Liu family?" Liu Huabai frowned slightly when he heard the speech, but still nodded. "It should be," and opened his mouth to Xiao Yang. "In the middle, this is the elder of my Liu family. His strength has reached the peak of the 7-star dozo. He is the strongest of my Liu family except me. The other 4 are also the elders of my Liu family. They are all good and strong. They are the mainstay of my Liu family. It's a pity." Liu Huabai was more and more excited, but in the end, he fell down with a little lonely meaning. Xiao Yang didn't agree with his words and looked at the 5 elders. One of them snorted coldly when he saw Xiao Yang's line of sight and said sarcastically, "Where are you from? I advise you to leave my Liu family earlier and don't provoke trouble to my Liu family again, or I'll kill you immediately." At the end, the elder looked at Liu Huabai who was sitting on the throne with dissatisfaction. Xiao Yang saw all this in his eyes, and a cold arc was slightly aroused at the corner of his mouth. Xiao Yang suddenly mocked Liu Huabai. "Master Liu, these elders of the Liu family seem to be very dissatisfied with you, so I'll discipline you." Xiao Yang's words are very plain, but Liu Huabai was shocked as if he heard 9 days of thunder. He just wanted to move, but he saw those elders laughing and his face changed slightly. Liu Huabai couldn't help scolding. Several old and immortal people can't see clearly when they are like this. If Xiao Yanruo is really just an ordinary person, will I still make friends with them like this? What a bunch of stupid pigs. Boom! As soon as Liu Hua's vernacular voice fell, the laughter of the 5 elders suddenly disappeared. Instead, there was a roar that rang through the hall. Everyone looked at Xiao Yang with a look of shock. His eyes were full of unbelievable look. Just now, Xiao Yang just waved his sleeve robe, and the 5 strongest men in Qingyang City were blown out. He hit the beam column in the main hall. This sudden scene immediately awakened the Liu family. This young man who seems to be similar to them is a super strong man, and his strength is at least above Dozuan. However, Liu Huabai looked at Xiao Yang with shock and helplessness. He had expected that Xiao Yang was not an ordinary person, but I didn't expect Xiao Yang to be so strong. Fortunately, I didn't provoke him like these old guys. Otherwise, I don't need tomorrow. I'm afraid the Liu family will be destroyed today. Xiao Yan looked at the 5 Liu elders indifferently, gave a cold hum, and thought a move. He bound the 5 Liu elders in the air. As soon as his palm explored, he wanted to catch them. Elder, wait a minute. When Liu Huabai saw that Xiao Yan was about to kill the 5 elders of his family, he was very nervous and hurried to shout to Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan frowned slightly when he heard the speech, and then he snorted coldly. The 5 elders of the Liu family were thrown out of the hall door by Xiao Yan like a broken sack. Liu Huabai also relaxed, stood up and bowed to Xiao Yan. Thank you for your kindness of not killing them. I'll punish them severely later according to family rules. When Liu Huabai spoke, he didn't drag a trace of mud and water, and asked someone to carry the 5 elders into the family prison to convict Liu Huabai. When Liu Huabai sent someone to carry the 5 elders away, he was very angry and asked the servants to move faster. He said he didn't want them to dye Xiao Yan's eyes. However, when they heard it, they all turned their lips and stopped talking. This also made Liu Huabai, the patriarch of the Liu family, blush slightly. However, for the safety of the lives of the 5 elders, Liu Huabai endured it with such a red face. I wonder if the elder is satisfied with the younger generations doing this. If he is dissatisfied, the younger generation will immediately ask the servant to carry them back and let the elder handle them. Liu Huabai bows to Xiao Yang when he sees that Xiao Yang is still expressionless. It doesn't matter. I just hope Liu can manage the family well in the future. Don't provoke trouble for his family. I hope today's events don't happen again in the future. Otherwise, Liu must know the consequences in his heart. At that time, it won't be like today. Xiao Yang's words were very plain, but Liu Huabai couldn't help but be shocked. Xiao Yang was right. He was able to let go of the 5 elders of the Liu family. It seemed that Xiao Yang was generous enough. If he were someone else, I'm afraid the whole Liu family would be over now. At the thought of this, Liu Huabai was angry and scolded, but finally sighed slightly, murmured. It seems that the family should be reorganized. Although the voice is not loud, but who here is not a powerful person, this voice is enough for them. After hearing this, the people in the hall agitated one after another, and a family storm is inevitable. Xiao Yang ignored the changes on the faces of the people, turned his body and walked outside the hall. Liu Huabai hurried to follow Xiao Yang and wanted to lead him. However, Xiao Yang didn't seem to want Liu Huabai to lead him. He walked forward independently, as if he were wandering in Liu's house, but Liu Huabai couldn't help but feel a slight shock in his heart. Xiao Yang went in this direction, that's his bedroom, isn't Xiao Yang? It makes Liu Huabai a little angry. Even if you Xiao Yang is an elder and a strong man and don't pay attention to my small family, I'm also the head of the family. You have done this. Even Liu Huabai can't see it in his heart at the moment. If you don't know Xiao Yang's ultimate goal, I'm afraid Liu Huabai should have worked hard with Xiao Yang. Bang! With a wave of Xiao Yang's sleeve robe, Liu Huabai's closed door was blown open by an invisible force, revealing several pieces of furniture and beds. Xiao Yang took the lead to enter. Liu Huabai followed closely with a gloomy face. As soon as Liu Huabai entered, the wooden door made of the same good Nanmu was slammed tightly and closed them. Liu Huabai's face changed slightly and looked at Xiao Yang, but Xiao Yang sat on the tea table and didn't even look at Liu Huabai. He filled the jade tea cup on the table with tea and took a sip. Then he opened his mouth and said to Liu Huabai with a gloomy face, I just saw that your breath is uncertain, your blood gas is floating, and there are hidden injuries in your body. Liu Xiong has found medicinal materials for you before. It must be that the medicine refiner in your family is not proficient in means and can't help you completely eliminate the sequelae in your body. Liu Huabai was stunned when he heard the speech, and then he looked at Xiao Yang nodding. Xiao Yang nodded slightly, and then said, Look at Liu Xiong's face. In the past, sit on the bed and take off your coat. I'll directly help you eliminate the hidden dangers in your body. Liu Huabai hurriedly followed suit. Xiao Yang smiled and went over to help him heal. This video will end here.